I think I saw that.
It's pretty awesome. Definitely a conversation starter.
Tell me. It's very bad.
Oh my
Big
God.
John with kings.
105. Wes.
You see that shot? Rondo just took like a 40-footer.
Made that call.
Yeah.
105.
Two customer. Oh, two customer. Yeah, two customer.
Three customers.
Oh, three customer.
84.
Jesus.
He almost made it too.
Four players.
Kelly just calls with a Jack-10 suited. I wouldn't mind a call here on the button with the Jack-10. I would probably go for the 3-bet from the cutoff or anywhere earlier. We know Big John likes to play a bunch of hands. He's raising a bunch of hands pre-flop, and I just think this hand is good enough to 3-bet for value. But Kelly flops top 2 here against kings, and she's just going to call. Glenn with the open-ender, so we've got half a pot here. Glenn's open-ended, Big John with the overpair, Kelly with top 2.
The game is over?
Yeah, game's over. Lakers.
Game's over, yeah.
Lakers lose?
Lakers suck. It's okay. They're still better than the Clippers.
Only 4 times.
Still better than the Clippers.
By how much?
Enough? Like 5 games?
Is it 5?
They're up like probably 3 or 4 games.
Bet.
But like it doesn't. I don't know. The Clippers, like Kawhi Leonard's been sitting out. So
675.
the Clippers.
Now
are
Big
trying to win.
John's going to go a little bit under half pot here.
But the Lakers also just lost without Anthony Davis, so it doesn't count.
Said he loves me.
And I think Kelly is going to put in the raise on the turn here.
Make it 1575.
Real tough spot for Glenn with a bet and a raise in front of him. And only one card to come. He does fold the open-ender.
Make it 3200.
And John is going to bet 3-bet. Wow, and Kelly may just put it in here. Big John only leaving about 1,000 behind. So they're just going to get it in on this turn, most likely.
Wow.
Kelly calls. Big John only has about 1,100 behind. I'd probably just stick the money in there. Well, he just puts it in blind, so.
That's not you?
That would be that normally would be
Pretty much all in.
Johnny, all in.
Alright.
That's got to be your name.
We want to win.
You call? Yes. Alright. Once or twice?
Okay, so they do get it in on this turn.
2 times? Alright, they're going.
They're going to go twice.
Do we want to see him?
You guys want to open?
Big John's going to need a 5, 4, or a king.
2 times. You ready?
4.
There's a 4, so he'll take that one.
I told you, motherfucker.
I know. That's one.
We're all with you. We're all with you. House.
And they're going to chop it up.
He said twice.
I told you 4 is coming.
So when you're 4-betting there, you're going to be 4-betting linearly, which means you're going to be 4-betting all of your best hands. So ace-queen suited would be one of your worst best hands. You would also have aces and kings and ace-king suited there. Those would be the type of hands you could call off with. But no shame in folding 10s, jacks, queens, ace-queen suited, king-queen suited, those type of hands there. Pretty easy fold. And just continue with your some of your ace-kings and then your kings plus.
A couple of my friends were like in for like a lot of bullets in that thing.
Or 25.
Justin Longo says, Squish, do you generally call all ace-x offsuits from the big blind against EP raisers, or are we too concerned with the reverse implied odds in the spot? I think that's actually a really good question.
Won like 25K on on the last day of playing online.
And I've learned from studying optimal play a little bit, you're actually supposed to fold most of your ace-x offsuit to early position raises from the big blind
Yeah, party
when
poker.
playing 200 plus big blinds
No,
deep.
party poker, like.
So pretty much the worst ace-x I'm continuing with to an early position open would probably be like an ace-10 off.
Last, like, bunch of
Now it's much different when, say, the cutoff or button opens, and you're going to be continuing with pretty much all your ace-x except
It's the crazy
maybe
thing
your
about online
ace
poker is,
deuce
like, you know, you can win 30K off like a 200K.
offsuit and your ace-6 offsuit. Those would be your two weakest ones that you would probably just pitch.
30K off like a
But to an
200K
early
off.
position open, you're going to want to be pretty tight from the big blind because you're just not going to be able to realize your equity.
Yeah.
Is there a $200 bounty for that right now?
Well, the good news is I thinned the herd.
They're tough.
So we do see a 3-bet
Ace is
pot
not-
here
not
of
good.
4 ways.
Yeah, yeah.
Guido
Party
with
poker,
3-bet.
we're outside the US.
Oh.
That's a good flop.
And a
In Vegas,
monster
you can play, like,
flop
WSOP though.
for Mike here,
Play like,
who flops top pair
there's not really that much
1300.
poker.
and a straight flush draw.
Has like a couple sides.
Francisco also with the spade. So if we see a spade on the turn here, we could see a monster pot.
Yeah, I think it's like California supposedly like is gonna get legal online poker like at some point.
Call.
What the hell is going on?
Francisco's going to call, and Guido's in a tough spot here after a bet and a call.
Good with it, I'd be happy to chime in.
He does have the cut shot
Wow.
to the bad end of the straight,
Well, there, Sweats, you can
2
solve me
overs
later or
and the
something like
backdoor
that.
clubs. But after it goes bet and call, he realizes he
Mike,
can't
Mike.
be good there. He's probably in pretty bad shape.
I think you don't have anything. You try to.
Let's see a spade on the turn. No, we get a 4. It's going to give Mike the straight. And Mike's just going to make a monster bet here, which
How much?
I don't love. You're trying to get called by a hand exactly
like
like
that one.
Francisco's, which you're dominating, or like a mid pocket pair, which is just dead. Pretty much every hand that calls you here is going to be
Yes.
dead and just
What?
getting the money in badly. And you just want to
Really?
give them a string them along, have them continue here when you have the straight with the flush redraw.
Yeah.
I think he just answered with, I don't like that.
Mrs. Francisco doesn't want to let it go. I think if Mike maybe would have made a bet of, say, 2,500 here, Francisco would have called.
I see that my advice
No, man.
not good for us.
Oh, he's taking it
He
into
is taking
consideration, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess that looked his phone.
Can I see the river?
And yeah, that's
The other one?
Pocket threes.
that is a tragedy for Mike there when Francisco
I was
folds
straight
the
to.
wow.
dominated spade draw.
I would have too.
Callie wakes up with aces after 46 limps, and she is definitely going to raise it up.
Coming out all in with the 150.
Oh, look at this, guys.
She's a pro, Nick.
What would JJ say? Kelly's gonna pump it up here, guys. She's gonna pump it up.
Number 1, the Angels. Angels to rock.
You gonna give me 10? Give me 10.
What's
Got
his
6
famous
combos
line
of
about
pots here.
analytics and all that
She's
stuff?
got
I
6
don't know.
combinations of.
That's good.
What Kelly's trying to say she has here is either 8, 9, 9, 10, 8, 4, Jack 6, or maybe aces.
What happened?
Check.
Next time,
They told you.
Kelly with the overpair, Francisco flops top
JJ's
pair
in there,
here,
he's like,
Glenn
"Oh,
flops
shut
middle
up."
pair,
turn off Nick's mic.
and a gut shot.
Next time I do commentary, I'm gonna do it.
I don't think he's there in that case.
When we have aces with the ace of spades
22.
in Kelly's position here, this is a good spot to bet because you can call a raise here with the backdoor.
Squish, yeah, Squish. Yeah.
Wow.
And she just folds.
Kid
She
with the
just
hair.
wow. She just
How much is in the pot?
Francisco bets
375.
2,200. Wow, into a pot
2,200.
of 500, and Kelly just folds. Okay.
Don't rain on me, Squish.
So
You eat whatever you need to eat up there. What's that?
Do not choke me with the bandana.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chobani spokesman.
I have more.
And it comes in all these different flavors.
what is Guido saying?
It's like. It's a very interesting.
Wow. So Francisco goes 2,200 into a pot of 530. He just goes 4x. Says screw it.
He just literally like talks shit on Jared at every opportunity.
Technically, I put you all in, right?
Pretty much. That's what I'm like.
Technically speaking.
Yeah.
Kelly
I have a
folds the
little.
aces,
Yeah. I have a
Remember
little.
what it says? I call you all in. You ever heard someone say that?
Yeah.
What?
Huh.
I call you all in.
All right, I'm all in.
All in.
Glenn moves in,
How much he have?
and
Here's
we're gonna see two hands worse than Kelly's get it in here.
What do you have
right here.
You have an ace with the queen?
Hold on.
I don't know.
6. Call.
Okay.
Wherever.
All right, now you can talk.
How many times?
Yeah,
1.
right. I thought he was all. They were.
No, I thought he was.
The other one time? Would you flop
You
Jack
did have
9?
aces?
1 time.
No.
Really funny. What Kelly's trying to say here. Ooh, you.
And Francisco trips on the turn, and Glenn on the river
You went on it.
I got a
gets
straight.
there with the straight, and Kelly with the foresight
Sorry.
there loses to both
He had a
hands with
good
the
pull.
aces.
Results
Well,
oriented
Kelly
wise.
had the number one. The eight.
I thought he was bluffing, so that's the reason. I was like, that's a
I mean,
really
that's
weird.
not a
That's
good
running bad, man. Shit. Yeah.
That's what I tried.
Started only.
Yeah.
Open
So
eight.
funny how I accidentally called your hand.
8, 7.
That's why I was like,
Talked to him and he still didn't call.
5, 6.
Yeah.
I should
He gets. Look at how bad I'm running. 75 more.
I think the bet kind of threw me off. I was like,
I'm not really sure what just happened on the last hand. That was a crazy one.
When I saw the queen, I said I have it.
Right.
They don't read Ray. They're just like.
You don't need the queen if you're winning though.
Mike's a limber.
Maybe. Like, if you're winning with queen,
I didn't say a whiner.
The only card he can win is with a 9, right? And 9 count.
Francisco, I tried to make it look like big bluff, talk to
Kelly
you
wakes up
out of
again
the
with the
hand.
Angels.
You just didn't have a good enough hand to call, right? The spade was your only.
You bet so much.
Come on, you.
That was
you, pick
Wow.
up,
Job,
you pick up the 8 or 9. I still
How
have
many
the straight.
thousands of players do we have?
You knew the straight was out there.
Fucking
You didn't have a good enough.
You know, it's really tough betting in the whole gang of
Good
guys
flop for Nick.
with this hand. But I'm gonna do it.
same with the other day with the ladies.
400
9.
because we gotta get rid of the fucking rip.
Sammy, did I take care of you?
Guido with the flush draw here.
Let's get rid of the rip rap. You guys be diamonds, you guys stay in. The rest of you get out of here. Mike, what are you trying to say here?
Like 6,000 pot, right? Yep.
And we're gonna go heads up to the turn.
Me and the G.
Exactly. Here comes Deuce.
9 is
I
a
don't like the 9.
complete blank here. When Guido calls next to act, he's going to have a lot of ace X and flush draws.
5, 7.
He's really not going to have much
The low end is fine. Even an ace is good.
10x here. I would like to see a
Ace,
pretty
2,
large
3, 4,
sizing
5, 6, 7.
on this turn, targeting ace X and targeting diamond draws.
Any pair. Full house. The only card he has is the 9.
Oh, no, ace. Because he had king, queen.
No.
He had a jack. Like a jack 10.
If you just come and make full house. No. And I make 2,200 because I didn't figure out the pot was so small. I didn't pay attention to that because I
was
should
actually
bet
trying
like
to figure that out.
700 something like that.
I know, but you want me to help you out? If I was you in a race here,
Instead of the 5, I should have
if you had a set, you'd probably raise about 1,500.
you might call just to see if you pick up
Yeah.
9 or the spade.
We're in the range.
But I was trying to reel you in, but
Not really sure what Guido's thinking about here. He's getting a pretty good price to call. He's in
Sorry, I know
position.
you're trying to get me not to go slow. I'm just trying to figure out like what you have versus what I have. So, yeah.
And now he's going to raise. Wow. He does put in the raise after a long tank. Maybe he thinks Nick's smaller sizing there on that turn is a sign of weakness. He's really repping a hand like pocket threes. Ace 10, ace 9 suited.
don't look, John.
I don't know, I just have a weird feeling I'm either getting completely bluffed because of his image. Possibility.
Talk us through this.
I am. You shut the fuck up.
Are you upset?
A little bit. If you had ace king suited here, you'd be upset too.
Well, now you have to fold. You just ruined your whole thing.
You guys do have like 4K behind.
I'm just kidding, as you know.
You know what you have.
You don't have to.
Everybody.
I just don't think he would do that with diamonds unless he's got like 9 with 2 diamonds and then power.
Nick seems real uncomfortable here
Gonna get his money later.
after the turn raise. Usually turn raises are very indicative in live poker of value hands. And Nick folds the ace king face up,
You're probably like, wow, what a hero.
and Guido shows it.
Oh my god.
Let's see the river.
Shit.
Yeah, no, I did it.
You have it.
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
You're right.
I
You're
said
right.
that's
Good
right.
player. Good player.
75.
Glenn with ace queen, gonna bump it up.
Song I like to when they ask me the mariachi loco. Oh. When you ask the mariachi loco, every mariachi has to dance.
Yeah, you mentioned that. Yeah, they have to. Huh?
They have to.
Part of that song.
Shout out to
Oh, I thought you guys were
Anthony
joking about the mariachi.
Cornicello
They
in
don't
the
want
YouTube chat. I appreciate that.
The mariachi loco
band
wants
following
dance. The mariachi loco.
We've tried to get him here
wants
in here so many times just as a joke.
Now?
Nobody has.
Doesn't happen.
Alright, party of 3.
And we got a big flop here. Glenn with top pair, top kicker. Mike flops middle set. Glenn is going to put in the c-bet. And let's see if Mike elects to raise right away here. Or he just slow plays.
Next year I'm gonna go.
And
vacation
he does just
all
call.
December. I'm gonna find a place when it's a good weather. Yeah.
Good weather in December.
I don't like it staying.
Mexico, man. Easy.
Don't go to Canada.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, so. No, I don't like cold weather.
Go to Playa del Carmen, man.
Glenn going to continue to bet for value here on the turn. He's going to go about
December's good.
Yeah.
60% pot.
Costa Rica.
Playa del Carmen, I like to, I've been there.
Go to,
Great, man.
go
It
to,
keeps getting better every year. They keep developing it more.
go to Indonesia.
Indonesia? What's that?
And now Mike's going to put in the raise on the turn.
900.
Learn to surf.
Small raise.
Francisco just like.
Here, buddy. For good luck for us. Only for us.
Some of my friends just went to Bali and it just looked really nice. It's warm and tropical.
Actually, I went Playa del Carmen a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I was walking in the middle of the 5th Street. Next day
Something, and I can't remember.
was a big killer. 5 people dead
Oh my god,
on
that's
there.
horrible, man.
Next day,
Like, this is an actual equivalent.
Usually when you see a small raise like this on a turn, it's indicative of a hand that just wants to get the showdown and see the
Yes.
river card
no.
and just be able to check back on the river. So
True,
I definitely wouldn't be folding here
No, I
if
know.
I was Glenn,
It's just
and
funny
I
the
may
way you
actually
said it,
think
you're
about
like,
bet 3-betting
okay.
to this sizing, the specific sizing. And I can see the cards. I would be dead wrong in that scenario. But like I said, usually when you see the small raise on the turn, it's indicative of like a king, queen,
Best bet?
queen, jack type hand that just wants to get the showdown.
Oh, yeah, I remember you got deep in that. That was end of October.
Something you're going to see quite a bit in live poker. But now, when Mike puts in this big bet on the river, he's going to be polarized to
Oh, it was like a
pretty
small
much sets plus here.
Playing 5-6. Better. That 3,
better
7.
than me.
Wayne, this is the last Tuesday for this year, right? Today's the last Tuesday for this year, right?
I heard that one's amazing.
And really the thing is
I have a
here,
very
From
good game
Australia,
for
he, like,
January.
always
when your
said,
opponent
"This
raises
is
the
good."
turn and then
Oh,
fires the
fuck.
river,
Might go this year.
there's one of two types of
But you
opponents.
see-
There's the opponents
What
that
kind of players I
And
choose?
it's like, when is it?
play very aggressively with their draws.
He shoots very.
And those are the types of opponents that are going to be more likely to fast play their value hands
Yeah,
as well.
but
So if you're up against the type of opponent that's going to raise his flush draws on the flop, he's also more likely to raise his sets
I almost canceled
and his
that.
value hands.
if you cancel the game, everybody.
If you're up against a guy that's more likely to just call with their diamond draws, it's going to be very, very rare for that player
If
to
you-
wake up on the
If you,
turn
if you can,
No, I played like 8. I only
with a
won.
raise with
don't worry,
just
I'm
a
gonna
draw.
get him. Sooner or later, I'm gonna get him. You're a very good player, man. You're a good player. No, Nick.
What do you think the over under 15 beats for you?
Me? A higher. 'Cause I limped a bunch. I limped a bunch of
Oh,
times.
you limped. Oh, yeah.
I mean, I opened
You're
some
raising the
hands.
VPIP with the old limp.
I raised
7, 8
ace 5
of diamonds.
$5 free VP.
8 on the river.
Last time I had like
You made
30.
me
Last time
sad.
I was like 30.
You made me
I was
sad.
like second or third.
All right,
30,
I
but
call.
it's a limp.
No, I played a lot.
You made me
Mike
sad.
does get
Some
paid.
7s.
Yeah.
Nice hand.
Now when you get your name.
Ryan describes me as like, oh, he's not a nit. He's just like normal, just normal. That's how Ryan describes me.
I just want to tell you guys right now, I love this hand.
Way before.
75.
I don't love that.
I love this.
It's kind of okay.
375.
Fish, you know, big fish like every hand, Nick.
I know.
Kelly going to make a light open, and Johnny is going to make a light squeeze with the ace-jack off, and now we have Glenn waking
You
up
want
next
to
to
go
act
Australia
with
to January
pocket jacks.
3rd, me and you and Mike?
Nope.
Why?
Why?
Hey,
Oh,
I
okay.
have commitments.
Francisco, you want to chop a room?
You gonna go?
I do like the 4-bet here. Of course, we can see the cards,
No,
but
if you can't go, I
again,
go.
I don't have
Do
a
you go?
cold call range. I either
Dude,
4-bet or
like,
fold.
Too far?
Bump it.
I don't know. I want to
Glenn
go.
does
but
elect to just call in this spot, though, and we are going to go.
I didn't plan on going, so it's like super last minute.
Wow, and Big John getting out of line here is going to put in a light 4-bet with 9-7 suited.
We have.
I think there's some tournaments
Wow.
600, 800, 900
in
white.
America somewhere, like Vegas or
300.
Oh, yeah?
in LA. LAPC's coming up.
On January?
We'll put all the money out down there.
That's my
Oh.
favorite tournament.
Commerce? The 10,000?
Okay, oh my God,
Yeah? Why?
I love that tournament.
They play more aggressive, right?
Just give out so many seats the day before, so like a third of the field is like people who won a seat for 1K the day before, so they just don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck at the beginning, but then when they get close to the money, they all like freeze up.
Yeah.
It's like $18,000 min cash,
Yeah.
and so many of these guys are in for 1K.
That's what happened.
Last year they gave away 150 seats, 200 seats the day
Oh,
before.
okay. I
Remember
got it.
that?
Yeah.
Like in
975.
the entire tournament, there was only like 500 players. And a lot of Europeans. skip
What does
that
he have
tournament
behind?
Because they're like, oh, it's 7% state tax.
16.
California, 7%.
So Johnny gets out of the way, and Glenn with Jacks here put in a tough spot.
Coming pretty deep.
Big John waking up with a cold 4-bet, which is a
I know.
Indicative of a very, very strong hand.
I was in there like a couple, won a couple all in.
I'm all in.
I'm like top 10 stack.
And Glenn's just going to move in.
4 tables left and playing for like $1 million.
Glenn is just going to move in here.
I love my hand.
I got
Where's my money? He don't have no more money. Where's my money? Yeah.
I got sixth when
Raise a
Art
good
won.
point.
Ah.
And ever since then I've just been like chasing. Trying to win one fucking tournament.
John's got a nice
31.
That's too
I
much.
won. I got
70.
This is coming.
31,
You're at my
75.
table on day one of that tournament. You're sitting on my right.
Alright, Nick Foles.
Hold and hold. We call fold and hold.
WPT Legends like 3 years ago.
Yeah, shit.
Oh, I finished in 12. 2 years
No,
ago.
Nick folded.
I don't think it was a different year. It's
Oh.
like I remember like who was in.
Okay.
You're at my
So
table.
Big John put in a good portion of his stack, only has about 1,500 behind. He's just going to put it in and he's going to gamble it up here.
You went pretty
Up to you. We ran it twice.
Good luck.
How do you fold that?
Love that.
It's 100% with
I flocked it.
love that.
I had a straight flush with that. I had the high hand.
Open it.
What do you have? Ace five?
Open your fucking card.
Listen, I don't love it as much. I don't love it as much.
Come on, Johnny.
Straight flush,
Win
straight
at
flush.
least one, Johnny.
7, 8,
Come
9,
on.
10, jack.
There it is.
Straight flush.
9,
Shots
Jackpot.
by the players, man.
And Glenn flops the nuts.
Cancel the second one now.
Jackpot.
Oh,
Oh, you're losing ass.
So we're going to run 2 boards.
9. 8 hearts. Come on. 3 hearts, Johnny.
7 is coming.
3 hearts, Johnny.
What the fuck are you doing?
Look at this, huh?
Nick, you know if John didn't do that, you get owned.
Got nothing but
8.
You get owned on that first board.
And Glenn's going to scoop it.
Hey, man.
You had an out. You had an 8. You had an 8 on the last. Yeah.
3.
Super Adaptoid says, Squish, have you played DTO yet? I'm not sure what that is,
that, John, because I don't want you.
but I think I'd probably like to play it.
He was always the guy that would play like a 20K pot in the first like 10 minutes of the show.
He ran really good, like you said, though, when he first started.
125.
I mean, the way he plays, he's either gonna like when he's running good, he's gonna win a lot. But, like,
Surf says, what percentage of tournament players have an overall ROI in tournaments over 100%?
375.
I would say a very, very, very small percentage. Especially when you factor in traveling for tournaments. Like if you're going to be a tournament pro, you got to travel. Got to pay Airbnb or hotel cost, food cost, flight cost, gas cost, whatever.
he had the nuts.
I just,
Upset.
Did you call?
cash is where it's at, man.
Next card's a 9. I filled up.
Oh, yeah.
Check, check. Check, check. I'm first. I check, check. And I think I was first, but so anyways, whatever the river is.
Ooh, this is a good one. Well, first let's get to this hand.
Paired board.
Did you slow
With
it?
a $4,000 call.
500.
We got a 3-bet pot. Glenn 3-betting Kelly.
He's like, and you saw him on the video. He goes,
And both flopping top pair here. Glenn's going to put in the C-bet, and Kelly is going to continue. John Watson, thank you for the donation.
and then I had,
How much was all in?
and then I had a bounty on him that if anyone felted him, he get like 200 or something. So I felted him, and I'm like, come on.
Hard on the turn, giving Kelly the backdoor heart draw, and Glenn's just going to check it back.
Stop playing.
8 on the river, and Kelly is going to be good here.
We were playing one stream.
1075.
She's going to put in a about a 60% size pot bet, and this is probably just going to get called from Glenn here, who's near the top of his range after checking back the turn.
Call.
And could have been a much bigger pot if Glenn bet that turn. So Glenn loses the
Wow.
minimum there.
I can miss my bet on the turn.
32 Rojo says, Squish, what's your favorite album of 2019?
Which is really
Man, right now I have to say,
how you really want to have a beat.
Yeah.
Sorry for Being
Yep.
Antisocial from Roddy
Yeah.
Rich.
He was saving it up for me.
And Kelly going to get called.
Circuit is the one where you showed one card.
Who did? Back when you
And like.
Kelly with all the backdoors here. Not the best flop for her 3-betting range, but she's still good with ace high.
Before the stream.
You put him all in.
He had like a
Yeah,
straight.
why wouldn't you? Before the stream.
Right before the stream.
The stream picked it up though, right? It started halfway through the hand.
No, I don't think so.
And Mike's going to float with just king high here.
I think I heard. Or
Kelly getting value with ace high.
The reason why you saw it because
Jack on the turn. Mike picks up top pair, but now Kelly picks up the nut flush draw.
6. All 6.
What was that one guy's name? I really liked him. Big Town? What was his name?
Big time.
Big Time?
Kelly going to continue firing.
Raise his
Check.
dog.
3 on the river brings a one-liner to a 5.
We both have
Really, Mike going to have much more 5x in his range than Kelly does here.
big guy.
Mike going to have all the 5-6 suited. The pocket 5s.
Yeah.
Some of the ace-5 suited,
Yeah,
which is pretty much the only 5x hand Kelly can have.
it's just confused the shit out of me.
Maybe some 5-6 suited for Kelly too, but she's going to go large on this river.
Like your hand is, you have like 5K back and you're like, I have ace king.
And Mike's got to be thinking,
Why'd you bring that up?
is she betting a hand like queens or kings here for value? And if she's not,
Hey, you've gotten some of my money since you were
what
right.
type of hand is she betting for value? If she's not betting an overpair for value, then King Jack looks like a pretty easy call, and that's how Mike does make that call. Good call.
Well, I checked hoping she would bet the river on the last hand.